Alright, hello everyone. This video will be about the banning of Varg Vikernes from YouTube. I believe this ban is permanent and he is unable to even create an account now. He's not even able to create an account under the name of Gandalf the White, who is a fictional character from a book. He has effectively been unpersoned. He is not allowed to engage in discussion or produce any videos and post them to YouTube. This will affect not just him, but also his family, as this will drastically affect his income, as Varg's main source of income, I think, was from his books, which he advertised through YouTube. So effectively, his main source of income has been cut to a large degree, and his ability to promote his books has been removed. Now, Varg Vikernes is internationally famous and has a very large fan base. He is a European folk hero. Even with the extreme censorship and self-censorship that he's had to engage in over the last few years, he still managed to amass over 200,000 subscribers. But YouTube does not care about this. His fan base also loses out because YouTube has decided what is best for us to ingest. I believe this also happened to Jan Lamprecht and his History Reviewed channel. He has been completely unpersoned from YouTube and has resorted to his own website. He also cannot even start a channel on YouTube. So I noticed it's very strange that no one is talking about this. I have not heard a single video where anyone has mentioned this at all, so I thought that this was worth bringing up. So what does Varg talk about on his YouTube channel? Well, he usually talks about paganism, specifically Odinism, their origins, and the commonalities between all cultures within European paganism. He talks about European mythology, reincarnation and Hammingja, the corruption within the current system, the domestication and degeneration of modern man compared to his rugged, natural ancestors. He talks about how to live better, more in tune with nature, and to live autonomously. He talks about paganism and permaculture, how to reconnect with your ancestral culture and beliefs. He also has anti-globalist and anti-Christian stances. He's critical of immigration. And I'll mention that just today, Australia had a terror raid, as they've called it, where they have arrested several people who were planning to commit terrorism in Australia, and that these people are in Australia because of immigration. Now, terror raids are not something that ever happened in Australia before. This is something that we look forward to because of immigration. I actually don't really want to live in Australia more because of immigration, because Australia sucks. And Australia doesn't even know what it is anymore. People are leaving Australia in their hundreds of thousands because of immigration, and no one is talking about it. There is no social cohesion because of immigration. Australia is no longer safe because of immigration. Immigration has ruined Australia completely, and it has also ruined many other nations. And to take a critical stance of this is very rational. These things absolutely must be talked about. Unchecked, these are the kinds of grievances that lead to social unrest and eventually war. Varg never said anything illegal. He never slandered anyone or spoke untruths. He never used any racial slurs, and he never broke the rules of YouTube's policies. In comparison, however, Joe Rogan, who is promoted by YouTube and is their foremost propaganda agent of the establishment, he actually promotes people taking illegal drugs such as DMT and psilocybin mushrooms. I know for a fact that in Australia, psychedelic mushrooms are a class 1 illegal substance. which will land you serious jail time. But Joe Rogan doesn't have a problem with that and suggests that you should engage in these illegal activities. The Elon Musk smoking weed on Joe Rogan, that was propaganda. That was to increase weed sales and the bottom line, and that's exactly what it achieved. It's to normalize the consumption of what is in America, in some states, a legal substance, but most of the world, it's illegal. Joe Rogan also has many guests who promote anti-nationalist sentiments. So it is a politicized show as well. And he also entertains wild and fear-inducing conspiracy theories, which apparently you're not supposed to do on YouTube, but it's fine for Joe Rogan. Now, what does YouTube promote? Well, on YouTube, I've seen the promotion of transsexual children and the sexualization of minors, which to me is in short pedophilia on underage homosexuality. They actively promoted a gay male makeup influencer who has recently been accused of illegal activity with minors. In short, he's probably a pedophile. They promote globalism. They also promote anti-nationalist sentiments. They promote homosexuality and sexual degeneracy of every kind. They promote communist propaganda and ethoughtism. Now, a lot of this is anti-free speech, and therefore anti-American and anti-Western. So YouTube is allowed to operate within America, but they go against the very things that America upholds and is known for all over the world. YouTube are a bunch of globalists. They lie directly in their policies and codes of conduct. They break their own rules. There's actually a great video about this on Red Ice that shows their codes and how they break them. Although Red Ice does go ahead and call them leftists, which I think is inaccurate and might even be more propaganda. I think YouTube needs to be made accountable for their actions, given their monopoly status of media and information. They need to be forced to submit to Western ideas of free speech or be prosecuted for manipulating public discourse and the public's right to access information. They also manipulate politics through a biased censorship campaign. They actively do this and have stated this as an intended goal / responsibility of YouTube, that is, to manipulate political discourse and outcomes, which is very, very illegal. They are enemies of free speech and of all nation states. So I would say from all this, we can learn that YouTube is pro-immigration, pro-degeneracy, pro-sexualization of underage children, pro-homosexuality, which is an abomination of God's law in most world religions. They are pro-illegal drug taking, pro-leftist, pro-globalist, pro-censorship, while being anti-free speech, anti-European, anti-public discourse and open discussion, and even anti-choice. Unless it's a choice that they deem acceptable. If we have learned anything from history, it is that discontent cannot be censored, only the voices of discontent. Disallowing people to voice their concerns about the current status quo leads to a high-pressure situation that will eventually become uncontrollable and will go off like a bomb. We have already learned this lesson, but it seems the people at YouTube think they are smarter than the failures of the past. YouTube will be in part responsible when this bomb goes off, and explode it will. It is just a matter of time.